A bird powerful enough to crush a crocodile's skull. A silent hunter that attacks before you even hear its wings. And somewhere deep inside a rainforest, a beautiful bird so toxic, even its feathers can poison whatever touches them. These creatures are real. And some of them look less like birds, and more like dinosaurs that somehow survived extinction. For millions of years, evolution transformed certain birds into ruthless predators of the sky, swamps, and forests. Living weapons armed with crushing beaks, dagger-like claws, deadly speed, and terrifying survival instincts. Some kill other birds in midair. Some attack mammals larger than themselves. And a few have even caused human deaths. Hidden across isolated islands, ancient wetlands, frozen coastlines, and dark rainforests, these birds evolved into something nature was never supposed to create. Today, we're diving into the most dangerous birds ever discovered on Earth. And trust me, the last one may be the strangest and most terrifying bird alive today. 10. Australian magpie. At first glance, the Australian magpie doesn't look dangerous at all. It's small, elegant, even beautiful in the sunlight. But every year across Australia, these birds suddenly transform into aerial attackers. During breeding season, magpies become extremely territorial. And if they believe you're too close to their nest, they attack without warning. Cyclists, joggers, children walking home from school. Thousands of people are swooped every year. And the terrifying part is how intelligent they are. Some magpies remember human faces for years. Imagine walking down the same street, while a bird above you remembers that you once disturbed its territory. People across Australia often wear helmets, carry umbrellas, or avoid entire roads during nesting season. Because once a magpie locks onto a target, it rarely gives up. 9. Mute swan. Swans are supposed to symbolize beauty and peace, but in reality, they can become incredibly violent, especially during nesting season. A full-grown mute swan can weigh over 30 pounds, with wings powerful enough to bruise human bones. When threatened, they charge across the water with terrifying speed, hissing loudly while striking with their wings. And unlike smaller birds, swans attack with sheer force. In 2012, a man kayaking near Chicago drowned after a swan repeatedly attacked him and overturned his boat. The bird refused to let him swim back to shore. For something that looks so graceful, a territorial swan can become shockingly dangerous. 8. Great horned owl. Most people never hear them coming. That's what makes them terrifying. Hidden silently in the darkness of forests across the Americas, the great horned owl is one of nature's perfect nighttime hunters. Its flight is almost completely silent. No wing sound. No warning. Just sudden impact. Their talons strike with crushing force powerful enough to pierce deep into flesh. Rabbits, hawks, snakes, even other owls? Nothing is truly safe once these predators lock onto a target. And when humans accidentally approach their nests, attacks can become brutal. Joggers and hikers have reported deep claw wounds to the scalp and face after being ambushed from above in complete darkness. Imagine walking alone at night, and hearing absolutely nothing, right before razor-sharp talons hit your head from the sky. 7. Southern giant petrel. Most seabirds survive on fish. The southern giant petrel survives on fear. With a wingspan stretching over 6 feet, this massive predator patrols the freezing southern oceans like a living nightmare. Unlike peaceful gulls and pelicans, these birds are ruthless scavengers and hunters. They rip apart dead whales, feed on seals, and sometimes attack living penguin chicks while they're still helpless. But what truly makes them terrifying is how cold and patient they are. Groups of giant petrels have even been seen drowning other birds in the water before feeding on them later. In the brutal Antarctic wilderness, kindness does not exist, only survival. 6. Peregrine falcon. This bird doesn't need size to kill. It needs speed. The peregrine falcon is the fastest animal on Earth. Not bird. Animal. When diving toward prey, it can reach speeds of over 240 miles per hour. At that speed, the impact alone can instantly kill smaller birds in midair. 1 second the sky is peaceful. The next, a blur moving faster than a race car explodes through the air. Prey rarely even understands what happened. The peregrine falcon doesn't chase. It strikes like a bullet from the sky. 5. Shoebill. Somewhere deep inside the swamps of East Africa, stands a bird that looks almost prehistoric. Tall, motionless, silent. The shoebill. With cold eyes and a massive blade-like beak nearly 9 inches long, this creature looks less like a bird, and more like something from another age of Earth. And its hunting style is absolutely brutal. Shoebills wait in complete silence for long periods of time. before exploding forward with terrifying force. Their enormous beaks are powerful enough to crush lungfish, slice through giant snakes, and even kill baby crocodiles. But what makes them even darker is what happens inside their nests. Mother shoebills often lay multiple eggs. Yet once the chicks hatch, the strongest chick may attack and kill its weaker siblings to dominate food and survive. Only one usually remains. Even among their own family, survival comes first. And while shoebills rarely attack humans, if threatened, they can defend themselves with violent stabbing strikes from their enormous razor-edged beaks. Standing face to face with one in the wild feels less like meeting a bird, and more like encountering a dinosaur that somehow escaped extinction. 4. Bearded vulture. Most vultures wait for death. The bearded vulture creates destruction from the sky. High above mountain cliffs across Europe, Africa, and Asia, this massive bird carries bones high into the air, before dropping them onto rocks below. Again, and again, and again, until the bones explode open. The bird then feeds on the marrow hidden inside. Some bones are dropped from heights greater than 250 feet, and if you happen to be standing below, the result could be catastrophic. Ancient legends even called these birds bone breakers. And honestly, that name still fits perfectly. 3. Crowned eagle. In the forests of sub-Saharan Africa, there's an eagle so powerful, scientists sometimes compare it to a leopard with wings. The crowned eagle hunts monkeys. Not tiny monkeys. Large screaming primates nearly its own size. Using massive talons, it crashes through forest canopies with explosive force before carrying prey away into the trees. Some attacks happen so suddenly that nearby animals don't even realize what happened until it's over. There have even been disturbing theories connecting crowned eagles to ancient human child remains discovered near nests. Whether every story is true or not, one thing is certain. This bird sits near the top of Africa's food chain, and almost nothing beneath the canopy is truly safe from it. 2. Cassowary. This may be the closest thing Earth still has to a living dinosaur. Standing over 5 feet tall, and weighing as much as an adult human, the cassowary is one of the most feared birds in the world. Its legs are unbelievably powerful, but the real weapon is the dagger-like claw on each foot. A claw sharp enough to slash open flesh with a single kick. Cassowaries are naturally shy, but if cornered, threatened, or protecting young, they can become terrifyingly aggressive. Several human deaths have already been linked to cassowary attacks, and once one charges, there's almost no time to react. Watching a cassowary run through the rainforest feels unnatural, like seeing a velociraptor moving through modern Earth. 1. Hooded pitohui. The deadliest bird on Earth doesn't hunt humans. It poisons them. Hidden inside the rainforests of Papua New Guinea lives a small colorful songbird with a terrifying secret. The hooded pitohui. Its feathers and skin contain powerful neurotoxins capable of causing numbness, burning pain, and even paralysis in high doses. For centuries, local tribes avoided touching these birds with bare hands, because even contact with its feathers can be dangerous. And unlike snakes or spiders, the danger is almost invisible. The poison doesn't come from the bird itself. Scientists believe the toxins come from poisonous beetles in its diet. But regardless of where the poison originates, the result is the same. A beautiful bird, turned toxic by evolution itself. And perhaps the strangest part of all is realizing that somewhere deep inside Earth's last untouched forests, nature is still creating creatures we barely understand. From silent owls hunting in total darkness, to swamp predators that look like dinosaurs, and poisonous birds hidden deep inside rainforests, these creatures remind us of something easy to forget. Birds are not fragile. They are survivors. Descendants of ancient predators that ruled the skies long before humans ever existed. And somewhere out there, inside jungles, mountains, and forgotten wetlands, another terrifying species may still be waiting to be discovered. If you enjoyed this journey into the world's deadliest birds, subscribe to CurioVerse Wild for more unbelievable wonders from the wild. Because nature never stopped evolving monsters.